Monday Matthew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Monday Mack. I am one of the Macks. The other Mack is currently lost in a different state. So, today I am going to do an album review for one of my favorite albums of all time, Because of the Times by Kings of Leon. So I did actually write out some notes for this album, so I'm going to be kind of using that as a guide. But before I get into why I like this album and why I think everyone should listen to it, I think everyone should go listen to our new song, Drinkin In Work. It will definitely make you want to drink. If you're in work and you're listening to that song, you're allowed to drink. It's in every company's policy at this point. Don't be afraid to just, take a shot right in front of your boss or your manager. Just go for it. Go listen to Drinkin In Work. It's out everywhere. And now on to our review of Because of the Times. So this album is when Kings of Leon kind of re-entered the American scene in a huge way. They toured with U2 after their second album, and that influenced a lot of the sound that they have on this album. So I call this album a sonic stunner. I think if I had to run a headline for it, like a Rolling Stone album review or something, that's what my headline would be. It's a sonic stunner. They basically invented their own arena rock sound on this album, and it's definitely a special album that if anyone is interested in rock music, they should listen to this album. So the first song on the album is called Knocked Up, which is obviously about knocking somebody up. So this album is, because Kings of Leon are all guys, told from a male point of view. So if you listen to the song, the lyrics are over and over. I don't care what nobody says. She's going to have my babies. It's definitely a young person that is dead set on living their own life. So if you listen to the song, you'll notice there's a lot of space in the song, a lot of reverb, a lot of room sound. Definitely has sort of an outlaw vibe, like young, nervous energy. I think this whole album has a young, nervous energy to it, and this song definitely gives that off, but also gives off a fuck it kind of feeling at the same time. Awesome mixing. I think it's a great opener for what the album is, and if you listen to the whole album through the way you're supposed to with this album, I think you'll agree with me. So I gave this one a 7 out of 10. So the second song is Charmer. So Charmer, the song kind of is like a kick shot. The song's like doing a line of coke or something. The song's nuts. I call the song the first sonic masterpiece on the album. It's an absolute sonic masterpiece. Pounding bass and drums through the whole entire song. I think the song is just about seeing someone who's attractive. Simple themes sometimes make for the best music. Absolutely wild guitars. And the vocal take that Caleb has on this, second to none. It's probably the highlight. The hook of the song is just the kind of deep in his throat growl, scream, roar that he almost has. It's really electrifying. I gave the song an 8.5 out of 10. It's a classic to me, and probably a lot of other indie rock fans from the mid-2000s as well. Okay, so number 3 is On Call. So this was I guess the lead single from the album. I feel like the song is almost lost for words, if that makes sense. The song it's that feeling you have when you feel so strong about someone that you're telling them, I'll be there for you no matter what. And it's a very cool way, I think, to do that. It's another sonic masterpiece, I feel, except this one's kind of a slower build than what Charmer is. With Charmer is you have those drums from very early in the song. This song, obviously has drums early in the song, but it definitely takes a little bit longer to kind of get to its final destination. I feel like the guitar solo is great, and it's one of the most interesting love songs, I would say, that you could listen to. Very soulful, and it has really, really great drumming. I give this one a 9 out of 10. So, on to song number 4 in the album. Song number 4 is called Make Fearless. It's a very interesting name. It's definitely something that kind of sticks out to you. It's kind of a bravado-y type of name. Definitely like a false bravado-y type name, which is kind of the theme of this song. Sonically, this is off the charts. It might be the most sonic song from the absolute get-go. The drums are wild, very hard to learn, very hard to play. Can barely play the song. A lot of respect for Nathan Fallible, the drummer of Kings of Leon, for this song. Really, really great use of light echo and reverb. Great use of compression. Um, Great song. It's about self-doubt, and I feel like basically faking it until you make it. And it's coming from Caleb, the lead singer's perspective of, being a big rock singer. I guess it's his show, and I think he got into a fight with his brothers, and he wrote this song. So it's a cool song. I would definitely go check this one out. You can't have, because of the times, not have this song on it. So I give this a 7.3 out of 10. Next is Black Thumbnail. This might be the coolest song ever. That's the first thing I wrote. I absolutely love the song. There's something about this song that just kind of speaks to me. The outlaw nature of it. It's like kind of enjoying a Western movie in a way is what this song is. I couldn't believe this song existed when I first heard it. It really took me by surprise. The drum line it's almost like a swashbuckly type of drum line. Like if there was a modern song about swashbuckling or being a pirate, I think it would be Black Thumbnail. I think the song was written from the point of view of his uncle, who was like a cold-hearted alcoholic who was just going to do what he wanted to do anyway, and he was not very good in his relationship. So this song is, I feel like, a great song. It's a it's a story that's often told not from this point of view, not from the point of view of the cheater trying to get away with everything. So I feel like the perspective is definitely unique. And the music on it's insane. The guitar solo is wild. I give this a 9.5 out of 10. Might be the highest rating I've ever given a song on Monday Mack, actually. Well, besides our good friend Scoopski. So the next song we have is called My Party. This is a drunken bar fight in a song. It's awesome. My Party is a euphemism for penis. Just a fun song, a rodeo of a song. It has really, really great bass and drum work. Extremely creative. Almost to the point of there's the kids across the street from me flying drones over my head. This is very interesting. Living in the 21st century is interesting. It's extremely creative, and sometimes the song can make you want to fight. If you watch them do it live in '07, Caleb's vocals are just off the charts. All the vocals on all these songs are great. He was at his probably the peak of his raw physical vocal talent. Just stunning work. 8 out of 10. Number 7, True Love Way. It's a song that's good. It's good that this type of song's on the album. It's probably one of their favorite songs. It's a great listening song. I think it's one of the weaker efforts that are featured on the album. I give the song like a 6.5 out of 10. Still a memorable song. It's kind of the same vibe with Ragu. I think the song might be about like you're getting caught cheating. I think that's kind of what the song's about. I gave the song a 6.5 out of 10 as well. It's an album track all the way. It's probably my least favorite. Fans. It's a beautiful song dedicated to their United Kingdom fans that really took to them. I should say fans number 9. That's song number 9. They weren't really getting too much traction in America, and they went over to the United Kingdom, and they picked up on Kings of Leon's sound right away. So the song is a dedication to how much support that they got when they went overseas to Europe. Really good use of acoustic guitar, has an Eagles vibe to it, and I really like the song, so I gave the song an 8.3 out of 10. And then you have The Runner. It's a very solemn song. I kind of feel like it's about their dad, who was a traveling preacher. Kind of written from the backseat view. You're going around all these weird places. Not necessarily a great life for a kid. It has a ton of religious elements to it, and you really kind of feel like you're there. Like it kind of reminds you of the song of the Joshua Tree in a way that it kind of makes you feel like you're there. You're in whatever room they're in that they're talking about, or whatever place they're singing from. You're kind of there with them. So I think that's a credit to the whole band and the whole team that worked on this album. Very, very good, lifelike work and production. it enhances the song. They really got the most out of the song. So I gave The Runner an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's an amazing song. I think it's an amazing use of space. Their use of sounds on this album is incredible. Um, and this is another example of it. Trunk. I feel like this is like the coolest throwaway song ever. I have no idea what it's about. But I gave it an 8 out of 10 just because it's a really cool vibe. And I love to listen to the song when I'm driving. Camaro. John likes this song a lot more than me. I think this is a cool song. This is kind of like a Rolling Stones song for them. Great guitar lines, great guitar work. It's a very good driving song. I give this a 6.5 out of 10. Um, Arizona. This is a very special song. The ban went down, so prostitution's only legal in Nevada, I think, in the country. Or, I mean, it may have changed, but at the time of the song being written, they had the Bunny Ranch in Arizona, or wherever it is. So the band went to Arizona and they went on this ranch and they did this thing, and it kind of talks about the lowlights of it, not really the high. It's not really like, oh wow, they're so hot there. It's more just like, she must feel awkward. I kind of feel awkward. It feels a little uncomfortable. Another song that really paints the picture really well of what they're trying to get across. I think the song's a classic. I think the way it's written is great. It's written from the perspective of how probably most young men really feel, which is nervous when you're in a weird sexual situation or you're in an uncomfortable sexual situation. There's a lot of nervousness and anxiety that comes with it. And I feel like this song is a good representation of, being maybe like a young 20-year-old rock star that isn't not prepared for this, really. So I gave this song a 9 out of 10. I think it's a classic. So the album as a whole, I give a nine flat, 9 out of 10. It's not the greatest album. It's not my favorite album ever. I don't know if it's a 10. Maybe on certain years it's been a 10 for me. Right now it's a 9 for me. Some of the middle songs are a little weaker, I feel. But the song really was a sonic leap for Kings of Leon. Not that they needed any help with being sonic, but the way this album was produced, the way this album was mixed, the way this album was mastered, really put them forward as an arena band and set the stage for their later efforts, which they were a true arena band and in one of the last arena bands that have come out of the Americas. So I recommend everyone going and listening to Because of the Times. It's one of my favorite albums. I obviously wouldn't have written notes for all 13 songs if I didn't really enjoy this album. I would say this album kind of re-spurred me my love for drumming. And I'm grateful that this album exists for that reason. So I recommend everyone going and listening to Because of the Times. Before you do anything, before you go listen to Because of the Times or anything, you should go listen to Drinking and Work. The drumming on that song definitely has a little bit of Kings of Leon to it, a little influence in just how I play. Definitely comes from Nathan Followell, who's the Kings of Leon drummer. This is probably maybe his best drumming album. I recommend everyone going and listening to Because of the Times. It's a great album. And go listen to the rest of the stuff on our channel. Go watch the rest of the stuff on our channel. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And stay tuned for Wednesday.